Yes, the last class we are discussed about that unit cell parameters. There are three edge lengths and three axial angles are present. Based on that unit cell parameters, there are the crystals. They are divided into 7 types of crystal systems, and there are 14 Bravais lattices are present. Bravais lattices are nothing but three-dimensional repeating units. So like 14 Bravais lattices are present here, students. Among those 7 crystal systems, cubic crystal system is more symmetric because all edge lengths are equal, and the axial angles alpha is equals to beta is equals to gamma is equals to 90 degrees. That's why cubic crystal system is more symmetric, and it has 3 types of unit cells are present: simple, face center, and body center. Okay, dear students. And among those 7 crystal systems, triclinic crystal system is more unsymmetric because the edge lengths all are not equal and the bond angles also not equal to 90 degrees. Okay, axial angles alpha not equals to beta not equals to gamma not equal to 90 degrees, and edge lengths A not equal to B not equal to C. It is the relation for triclinic crystal system. Hence, the triclinic crystal system is a more unsymmetric crystal system. More unsymmetrical crystal system. It has only one Bravais lattice is present. That's why it has only one unit cell. That is a simple triclinic crystal. Okay. So this is about that types of crystal systems and Bravais lattices and relation between their edge lengths and axial angles and examples we are discussed in the last class. Okay, dear students, from the connectivity in the today's class we need to discuss about that the calculations of contribution of atoms or particles or molecules are present at lattice point. Okay, at lattice point per cubic unit cell. In one unit cell, for example, you have to imagine that this is a unit cell, dear students. That unit cell, these are the corners. Like how many corners are present, dear students? 1 2 3 4. So upside top 4 corners are present and bottom 4 corners are present. Total there are 8 corners are present, and face centers 1 and opposite back 2, and this is 3 and this is 4, and top side and bottom total 6 faces are present. Okay, and body center inside, this is called as a body center, exactly the center of the cube. Then it is called inside, it is called as a body center. One body center is present, dear students. So, and just you have to imagine that it is a unit cell. The unit cell has 8 corners are present, and 6 face centers are present, or 6 faces are present, and edges. These are, it is called edge. Like there are 12 edges are present. Edges are present, dear students. Now you have to imagine that if an atom is present at lattice points, at corner, the lattice point is a corner. If the atom, the lattice point is a corner, this corner is contribute because it is a unit cell. So space lattice or crystal lattice is nothing but the 3-dimensional arrangements of a number of unit cells gives a crystal lattice or space lattice structure. Like in one unit cell, the atom is present at corner, that atom is contributed to how many unit cells and how much portion of that atom is belongs to per unit cell. That is, if the atom is present at corner, this corner is shared to 8 unit cells. 8 unit cells. Okay, dear students, that's why that particular one atom is how much portion is belongs to per unit cell. One unit cell, that is 1/8 part is belongs to one unit cell, dear students. Now the face center, if the atom is present at face center, this face will be shared with one face center of one unit cell is merged with another one unit cell. So the face center is shared with 2 unit cells. 2 unit cells, dear students. That's why that atom, one atom, how much part is belongs to one unit cell? It is 1/2 part or half part. And if the atom is present at body center, that atom is contributed to how many unit cells or shared with how many unit cells? It's exactly 100% is belongs to per one unit cell only. That's why its contribution part is equals to 1, dear students. So in the face center 1/2 and body center 1, edge center, this is called edge. This edge will be shared with, if unit cell has one edge, that edge is shared with other 4 unit cells, other 4 unit cells. So it is one unit cell. Okay, the edge is shared with other 4 unit cells. That's why, so one atom, for example, you have to imagine that one chocolate is there. One chocolate we have to distribute to 4 members. Then each member, how much we will get, dear students? 1/4 part. So like if the atom is present at edge center of the unit cell, then how much portion is belongs to that particular unit cell is 1/4. The same way, so now I will, once again I will explain you, dear students, the contribution or how much percentage or how much amount of one particular atom belongs to one unit cell in a space lattice or in a crystal lattice of a substance. For example, the atom, the lattice point position is at corners, means that corner is shared with another total one corner is shared with other 7 unit cells. Then total 8 unit cells are connected with one corner. At one corner, total 8 unit cell present. Now, if that corner atom is present, means that atom is belongs to how much percentage or how much part per unit cell is 1/8 part. Like the face center, the face center is connected with 2 unit cells. Then how much part present for one unit cell is 1/2 part. At the same body center, the body center is completely belongs to one unit cell only. If the unit at that body center place the atom is present, how much part it is belongs to particular unit cell is 1. If edge center is present, that edge center is merged with like around 4 unit cells are sharing at one edge center, are meeting at one edge center. Then if the atom is present at edge center, how much portion is belongs to one unit cell, that is 1/4 part. Okay, dear students, this data is very, very important. Based on this data only, we can calculate very easily unit cell constant. We can calculate very easily unit cell constant. What is unit cell constant? Let's see, dear students, the definition of unit cell constant. Unit cell constant definition is nothing but the total number of atoms or particles or ions or molecules present in one unit cell. So in one unit cell, you have to take in that, for example, this is one unit cell. Okay, in that one unit cell, how many atoms or how many particles or how many molecules are present, that is known as unit cell constant. That is known as unit cell constant. It is represented by Z. So these Z values we have to calculate it for simple cubic unit cell and face centered unit cell, body centered unit cell, and end centered unit cell, and hexagonal close packing unit cell. There are 5 types of unit cells. Z value we have to calculate, and directly they are asking in board examination as well as in objective examination the unit cell constant values. Directly they are asking, and it's very easy also calculation. Just we have to imagine that simple cubic unit cell, how it will be present. The atoms are present at corners only. Body center, atoms are present at corners and body center. Face center unit cell, the atoms are present at face centers as well as corners. End center, the atoms are present at corners as well as end centers of the two faces. Okay, so any two end faces, the centers atoms are present. Then Z value we have to calculate by using the above data. Means that above data what I gave, dear students, the contribution of atom at lattice points per cubic unit cell. In one unit cell or in one unit cell, if the atoms are present at the corners or body centers or face centers or edge center, how much part it is belongs to per unit cell, already I gave the data. If corners, the part is 1/8, face center 1/2, body center 1, end centers 1/4. You have to remember this data. Okay, dear students, now the unit cell constant definition is nothing but the number of atoms or molecules or ions present in one unit cell is known as unit cell constant. It is represented by Z. Now we have to calculate the unit cell constant value for simple cubic unit cell. After that, body centered unit cell and face centered unit cell, the Z value we need to calculate. Okay, it's very easy, dear students, and compulsory they are asking in board examination also. Okay, let's see, dear students. Unit cell constant calculations for simple cubic unit cell. First one, simple cubic unit cell. Just you have to imagine that how the simple cubic unit cell will be present. The simple cubic unit cell is present being like this. In the simple cubic unit cell, the atoms are present at only corners. So the atoms are present at only corners means the number of lattice points per simple cubic unit cell is 8. In the last class only we have discussed it. Now the 8 corners are present. That corner, each corner is shared with 8 unit cells. That's why how much part is belongs to per one unit cell, dear students? 1 by 8 part. Their total. For example, here atom is present at the corner. It is only 1 by 8 part only belongs to this unit cell. The remaining 7 by 8 parts are attached with some other unit cells. Okay, like total 8 corners are present. That's why the number of atoms is equals to, for simple cubic unit cell, the number of atoms is equals to, is nothing but unit cell constant is equals to 8 corners, number of corners into 1 by 8. 8 into 1 by 8 is equals to 1. So that's why the Z value for simple cubic unit cell is equals to 1. Means the total parts all means here 1 by 8 part, here 1 by 8 part, here 1 by 8 part, 1 by 8 part, 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8 and 1 by 8. The total is equals to 1. Means it is equals to 1 atom. The sum of the all parts is equals to 1 atom. That atom you have to imagine that is sphere, spherical shape. According that the density of the simple cubic unit cell we can calculate. The next classes we will discuss about that density of simple cubic unit cell calculations or packing efficiencies and all we will discuss in that further classes. Okay, dear students. So the simple cubic unit cell, the number of atoms present in that unit cell constant value is equals to 1. In the similar way, we have to calculate BCC and FCC also. Okay, dear students, I hope you understood. It's very easy and very, very important also. Okay, let's go for next, dear students. Body centered unit cell. The body centered unit cell, just you have to imagine that the body centered unit cell structure. In the body centered unit cell, the atoms are present at corners. There are 8 corners are present, as well as the atom is present at body center. Okay, yes, these are the corners. And this is the body center. The atom is present at a body center. So that's why the body center cubic unit cell contains 8 corners are present, and the particles at the center of the body. One particle is present at the center of the body. The contribution of the corner atom is 1 by 8 and body center is 1. Therefore, the number of particles or number of atoms in BCC, body centered cubic unit cell, that unit cell constant Z is equals to 8 into 1 by 8 plus 1 into 1 is equals to 2. Okay, dear students. So the Z value for BCC is equals to 2. Body centered cubic unit cell, Z is equals to 2. Means it is equals to 2 atoms or 2 molecules or 2 particles. In the same way, FCC, face centered cubic unit cell. Just you have to imagine that the structure unit cell of FCC, already definitions earlier only we have discussed. FCC means that face centered cubic unit cell or face centered unit cell, the atoms are present at the corners as well as face centers. The atoms are present at corners as well as face centers. Okay, dear students, there are 8 corners are present and 6 faces are present. At corner contribution is equals to 1 by 8 and face center contribution is equals to 1 by 2. So 8 into 1 by 8 is equals to 1, 6 into 1 by 2 is equals to 3, 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. The unit cell constant Z is equals to 4. And this is the back side and front side, like total 6 face centers are present. 6 into 1 by 2 is equals to 3, and corners 8 into 1 by 2 is equals to 1. 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. Okay, dear students. So the face centered cubic unit cell, the unit cell constant Z is equals to 4. Okay, additionally, we need to remember about that end-centered unit cell and hexagonal close packing unit cell constant. That these two also we need to learn, and these two also very, very important, dear students. So end-centered unit cell. End-centered unit cell, how the atoms are present. In the end-centered unit cell, the atoms are present at corners as well as any two end centers, any two faces and centers. So you have to take two end center faces at that atoms are present. That's why it has 8 corners and 2 face centers. So total 10 lattice points are present. Like now its contribution, that unit cell constant, the number of particles present in end centered unit cell is equals to unit cell constant. The Z is equals to 8 into 1 by 8 plus 2 into 1 by 2 is equals to 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. This is about end center. End centered unit cell. Okay, dear students. Now simple cubic. Just listen, dear students. Z value, unit cell and Z value. Simple cubic, Z value is 1. Body center, Z value is 2. And face center, Z value is 4. And end center Z value is 2 again will comes. And HCP, hexagonal close packing structure, unit cell, the HCP Z value is 6 will comes. How the 6 came, now I'll explain you, dear students. HCP, okay. So this is HCP unit cell constant. Z value is also very, very important. Directly they are asking in objective examination these Z values. Okay. Let's see, dear students, HCP unit cell structure. First we'll draw that. HCP unit cell hexagon. In that hexagon structure means 6-membered ring will be present like this. Okay, this is the hexagon. Hexagon has 6 corners are present, above 6 corners and below 6 corners. Like these corners just you have to connect. Okay, and this like that hexagon, the atoms are present at corners. Like 6 plus 6 total 12 corners are present. The atoms are present at 12 corners. And above hexagon, the hexagon face center. Above that top side layer, middle of the hexagon 1 atom, and bottom of the hexagon 1 atom will be present. And this middle of the hexagon, it has 3 atoms are present, body centers. Okay, so in the body center 3 atoms are present. Like so here these are the 12 corners are present. 12 corners. In the 12 corners, each contribution is different. For hexagon, its contribution is equals to 1 by 6. We have to remember 12 corners, its contribution is equals to 1 by 6, and 2 face centers. 2 face center atoms are present. 2 face center atoms, its contribution, however, in face center it is 1 by 2 only. 2 into 1 by 2 is equals to 1, and 12 into 1 by 6 is equals to 2. Okay, 2 plus 1. Remaining 3 atoms are present at body center. Okay, 3 body center atoms. Body center atoms present for HCP. This is the structure of HCP. Hexagonal close packing unit cell. Hexagonal close packing unit cell. Okay, that Z value we have to calculate. Means Esma by. You have to imagine that hexagon. There are total 12 corners are present, and 2 phase center atoms are present, and 3 body center atoms are present. Okay, so the 12 corners means corner contribution is equals to 1 by 6. That is the difference. Normally in cubic crystal unit cell, if you are taking that, its corner contribution is equals to 1 by 8, because total 8 corners are present. Okay, here in hexagon, the upside layer, total 6 atoms are present. That's why each contribution is equals to 1 by 6. So here this corner HCP unit cell, that corner is contributed to 6 unit cells here. That's why it is 1 by 6th part, and it is total 12 corners are present above and below, and 12 into 1 by 6. Okay, plus 2 phase centers are present, its contribution is equals to 1 by 2, and 3 body centers are present, its contribution is equals to 1. Is nothing but 2 plus 1 plus 3 is equals to 6. So HCP, hexagonal close packing unit cell constant, Z is equals to 6. We have to remember, dear students. So the simple cubic SCC unit cell constant Z value is 1, and body center BCC Z value is 2, and FCC face center Z value is 4, and end center Z value is 2, and HCP hexagonal close packing unit cell, its unit cell constant Z is equals to 6. So these total 5 we have to remember, dear students. Among that, HCP value is very, very important. Directly they are asking in examination, objective examination, directly they are asking that value. So you have to remember, otherwise you have to remember the structure. According to the structure, corner contribution in HCP is 1 by 6. There are 12 corners are present, and 2 atoms at face centers. Its contribution is equals to 1 by 2, and 3 atoms are in body center. This is important. 3 atoms are in a body center in HCP. Okay, so then total its unit cell constant for HCP is equals to 6, dear students. Okay, now let's see, dear students, next important concept is coordination number. This coordination number, based on this coordination number and all, close packing arrangement in crystalline solids. What type of close packing arrangement is present in crystalline solids? That we need to remember. In close packing arrangements, different types of close packing arrangements are present. In each close packing arrangement, what is the coordination number of that particular unit cell? That particular unit cell coordination number value we need to remember. At the same time, what type of close packing arrangement, layer arrangement is present? That also we have to remember, and examples also we need to remember. Examples also we need to remember. After that, next concept we have to learn about that edge length relation, edge length A and radius of atom R relation in simple cubic unit cell, body centered unit cell, and face centered unit cell. Edge length and radius of atom relation in cubic unit cells. That relations also very, very important. Based on those relations, we have to learn calculations of packing efficiency of unit cell. Calculations of packing efficiency of unit cells also very, very important. Those all are connectivity only. Okay, dear students. Now the coordination number. What is the meaning of coordination number? Coordination number means just you have to imagine that surrounding atoms, means one atom is surrounded by how many number of atoms, or how many number of molecules, or how many number of particles or ions are present. It is called as a coordination number. Coordination number is nothing but nearest neighboring atoms present for one particular atom is known as a coordination number in a unit cell. Okay, so for crystalline solids, the coordination number definition is very, very important. It is defined as the number of particles adjacent to each particle in a crystal, or the number of nearest neighboring atoms or particles in a crystal is known as a coordination number. The coordination number is different for different types of unit cells. Different types of unit cells. Okay, dear students, close packing arrangement. Already we know that why the crystalline solids have definite geometry and definite shape or definite volume is present, means because of they having close packing arrangement when compared to liquids as well as gases. So the crystalline solids has what kind of close packing arrangement is present, that we need to discuss. What is the meaning of close packing arrangement? Close packing arrangement means the maximum number of particles occupied in minimum space. If place is occupied, means the available place is very less, but more number of particles are present, means automatically the particles are very close. That is known as a close packing arrangement. This kind of close packing arrangement is present for crystalline solids or in solids compared to gases and liquids. That's why solids have definite geometry and definite volume will be present. Okay, dear students. So what kind of close packing arrangements are present in generally what kind of close packing arrangements are present? There are one-dimensional close packing arrangement and two-dimensional close packing arrangement and three-dimensional close packing arrangements are present. But crystalline solids are three-dimensional crystal structures. That's why almost all crystal structures has a three-dimensional crystal structures only present, or three-dimensional close packing arrangements only present. But how the three-dimensional close packing arrangements came means first we have to understand that what is one-dimensional layer arrangement and two-dimensional layer arrangement. Based on the two-dimensional layers are combined to give a three-dimensional layer arrangement. So types of three-dimensional layer arrangements are very important, but there is no importance for one-dimensional and two-dimensional. But we need idea about that one-dimensional layer arrangement as well as a two-dimensional layer arrangement. Okay, dear students, let's see that. Close packing arrangement in one-dimensional layer arrangement. One-dimensional layer arrangement means it's a linear structure. It is a linear straight line. One atom is surrounded by another atom, like one atom is surrounded by another atom, like arranged in a linear structure. Okay, that is called as a one-dimensional layer arrangement. For example, this atom A is surrounded by two atoms. The A atom is surrounded by two atoms means what is its coordination number, dear students? Its coordination number is equals to 2. So in one-dimensional layer arrangement, the coordination number is 2. Okay, dear students. Now let's see that close packing in two-dimensional layer arrangement or two-dimensional layer arrangement. So in the two-dimensional layer arrangement, there are two types of two-dimensional layer arrangements are present. One is square close packing arrangement. The second one is hexagonal close packing layer arrangement, HCP, and square close packing arrangement. Okay, what is square close packing arrangement? How we are getting that square close packing arrangement, and how we are getting that hexagonal close packing arrangement? In that both cases, what is the coordination number value that we have to remember? Okay, dear students. Yes, let's see. The square close packing arrangement is nothing but first already one-dimensional layer arrangement we know that. Just you have to imagine that this is the one-dimensional layer arrangement. In that this is the first layer, this first layer, and second layer is also exactly matches with first layer, and the atoms are aligned. Aligned means they are in the same direction, either in vertical direction as well as in a horizontal direction. Vertical as well as in a horizontal direction is known as a close square packing arrangement. For example, you have to imagine that this is one atom. This A atom is surrounded by how many atoms are present? This A atom is surrounded by total 4 atoms are present. So its coordination number is 4, and this is A layer, and this is also first layer only. The first layer, second layer is exactly matches with the first layer, and the alignment of horizontal and vertical is same. That's why it is AAA type of layer arrangement. AAA type of a layer arrangement, and the coordination number is 4 in a square close packing arrangement. Okay, dear students. Whereas the hexagonal layer arrangement, if you observe that the hexagonal layer arrangement, if you observe, for example, it is the first layer. The second layer is not exactly aligned with first layer. Means the second layer atoms are in between the first layer atoms. means AB type of layer arrangement will be present. Okay, I'll show you the diagrams also, don't worry. Like the middle. So this is the A layer, first layer, A layer, and this is another different layer. That's what is called as a B layer. Again on that A, again first layer will be repeats. The first layer will be repeats, and the first layer is exactly aligned with third layer is exactly aligned with first layer, not with the second layer. Again on that, this is the A layer. Again on that B layer will be repeats. The middle. Okay, dear student, this kind of arrangement is present for hexagonal close packing arrangement. If you observe that one atom, this is the one atom, you have to think maybe it is A atom, it is surrounded by total 6 neighboring atoms, like hexagon ring structure will be present. Like, so its coordination number is 6. Okay, dear students, just I already showed you. This is a hexagon like structure. So this is about a 2-dimensional layer arrangement. These 2-dimensional layer arrangements are combined with another layers. Like 2 different 2-dimensional layer arrangements are combined to give a 3-dimensional layer arrangement. There are different types of 3-dimensional layer arrangements are present in simple cubic unit cells and face-centered unit cells, body-centered unit cells, and hexagonal close packing unit cells. So what kind of layer arrangement is present, that we need to discuss, and it is very, very important also, dear students. Okay, so 3-dimensional is very, very important. So the 3-dimensional you want to understand means we must have to understand 1-dimensional and a 2-dimensional. 2-dimensional is 2 types. One is square close packing, and second one is hexagonal close packing. Okay, so just you have to imagine the diagrams. See, this is it. This is the first layer and second layer, and again the third layer. These all layers are exactly aligned, either in horizontally and vertically. They are aligned in the same position. Alignment means same arrangement. Okay, that's why this type of arrangement is called as square close packing. And for example, this is one A atom. You have to imagine that this is surrounded by 4 atoms only. That's why its coordination number is 4. Okay, now come to that 2-dimensional hexagonal layer arrangement. This is that A. Now once you observe that the B layer, first layer, and this is the second layer. The second layer is middle in between the first layer. See, this is that atoms in middle came exactly, and the same middle. The middle came not exactly like this. One is upon that, another that is a square. One is one layer, the second layer will be middle in between the first layer, like it will be present means that is a hexagonal like layer arrangement will comes. Now, for example, this is one atom. You have to take A atom. It is surrounded by 6 atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's its coordination number is 6. Coordination number is 6. If you observe that this void, this is this gap. This is called a gap. This gap is also called as void. Void. What kind of voids are present? Triangular voids are present. This void is called as triangular void. The triangular voids are present in hexagonal close packing arrangements. 2-dimensional hexagonal close packing arrangement. Okay, dear students. Now let's see. Let's see, dear students. The next one is 3-dimensional arrangement. The 3-dimensional arrangements is different for simple cubic is different, as well as body center is different, as well as face center is different, and hexagonal HCP, hexagonal close packing is different. I think that concept we'll discuss in that next class. Okay, just go through that PDF file carefully and maintain your notes. Everyone has to maintain your notes, and parallelly what kind of objective questions are present for this solid state. That videos links also I will share you one video, and go through those videos must you have to watch, and must you have to write separate objective notes. Separately you have to maintain your objective notes separately, those all bits. Okay, and that objective